Hello, my name is Archana Paul, lecturer from Pravara Medical Trust, College of Pharmacy, Shevgaon. Our next topic is diagnostic agent. So, the definition of this diagnostic agent is diagnostic agents are the chemicals or they are the substances that are used to detect abnormalities in tissues and organs or to test an organ functions. These are thus useful for clinical diagnosis of a disease, and these agents do not usually have any medicinal values or pharmacological effect. So these are the these are the chemical substances which are used to detect the abnormalities in tissues and organs. Means these are only for detection of purpose in our body to identify the abnormalities, and they have no medicinal value or they do not show any pharmacological effect on our body. So these diagnostic agents are classified as follows. It is mainly divided into two types. First is the radio optics or X-ray contrast media and agents used to test organ functions. Radio optics are divided into two types, are classified into two types: water soluble contrast media and water insoluble contrast media. The examples are phosphate and hypanoic acid and polypropylidone. And the agents which are used to test organ functions, the examples are indigo carmine, even blue, Congo red, fluorescent sodium, sulfobromophthalate sodium. So we will see first what are these radioactive substances. Radioactive substances are those compounds, they may be inorganic or organic, and they have the property of casting a shadow on X-ray film. These substances have the ability to absorb the X-rays and hence they appear opaque on X-ray examination. They are also called as X-ray contrast media. So what happens? They are the inorganic or organic substances and they have the capability to absorb the X-rays and they produce a shadow on X-ray film. So the ideal requirement of these radioactive materials are: for adequate radio opacity, iodine content should be over 50%. The iodine content which is present, it should be over 50%, and the solution of a material should be selectively concentrated. So it should be concentrated enough in particular portion to cast a shadow on that film, and the solution should remain in the body till X-ray examination and then it should get excreted rapidly. So here is the image. You can see if dye is injected, so it produces a color and it is used for identification of abnormalities in the body. So after the identification, it should get rapidly excreted from the body. The material and its solution should remain stable till use as well as during the storage. So the material which we are using, it should be stable at the time of use and also during the storage, and the material should have low toxicity, means it should not be toxic, and also it should not show any pharmacological activity in our body. And these radioactive iodine compounds are administered by two methods. First is the systematic method, that is orally or intravenously, and second is the retrograde, means by mechanical means backwardly. So we will see one by one. First we have seen in classification water soluble contrast media. The example is diatrizoic acid. So it is a white powder. Here is the structure and here is the image of diatrizoic acid. It is a white powder, it is odorless, and the solubility is, it is very slightly soluble in water and alcohol, and it is more soluble in alkali hydroxide solution. The sodium salt of this diatrizoic acid is used for radiological examination. So it is mainly used for radiological examinations. The second is iodopamide. It is a white powder, it is odorless, it is available in the crystalline form, and it is slightly soluble in water and less soluble in an alcohol. So it is prepared in water by using a suitable buffer, and disodium editate is added into it as a stabilizer. And this idopamide, it is given intravenously in 20 ml dose slowly to observe gallbladder and biliary duct. Then next is ipodate calcium USP. So it is also a white powder. It is available in crystalline nature. The solubility is, it is slightly soluble in water, alcohol and in chloroform, and it is usually given in the form of oral suspension. And the dose range of this ipodate calcium is 3 to 6 gram in cholecystography, means it is used to identify the abnormalities in the liver or examination of liver. Then in classification we have seen water insoluble and water soluble contrast media. The second is the water insoluble contrast media. The example is hypanoic acid. It is available in the cream color powder. It has no taste and it is affected by light, and hence it should be kept in well closed container protected from light. It is soluble in solution of alkali hydroxide and carbonate. This hypanoic acid, it is given orally and the dose is 3 to 6 gram in the form of tablets for cholecystography. Next is propylidone. This propylidone, it is a white crystalline powder. It has a faint odor. Practically it is insoluble in water but soluble in acetone and alcohol. When this propylidone is heated with concentric H2SO4, violet vapors of iodine are evolved. The storage is, it is stored in well closed light resistant container. The next is iodophthalin. It is also called as iodophthalin sodium or soluble iodophthalin. It occurs as a blue violet crystalline powder. It is odorless, soluble in water and slightly soluble in an alcohol. It is used in cholecystography. The usual dose is 40 to 60 mg per kg of body weight, means up to 5 gram. Then next is agents for kidney function test. The agents which are used to identify the abnormalities in the kidney. First is indigo carmine or indigo tin disulfate sodium. Here is the image. It is a blue colored powder, sparingly soluble in water and alcohol, almost insoluble in chloroform. It is affected by light, so it should be kept in well closed tight container protected from light. The solution are sterilized by autoclave or by filtration method. It is administered intravenously in a dose 40 mg to test renal function, and it is also used in laboratory as a coloring agent. The next is phenosulfophthalin. It is also known as phenol red. It is a red color powder, slightly soluble in water and alcohol, more soluble in solution of alkali hydroxide and carbonates, and the solution for parenteral use are sterilized by autoclave or by filtration method. Use intramuscularly or intravenously. The usual dose is 6 mg as a diagnostic aid to test renal function. Then the agents for liver function test. Sulfobromophthalin sodium. It is a white crystalline powder. It has no odor. It has a bitter taste. It is insoluble in water and practically insoluble in an alcohol. Storage is, as it is hygroscopic, hence it should be stored in tightly closed container. It is used to treat functional capacity of liver. The preparation is sulfobromophthalin sodium injection. Then miscellaneous diagnostic agents. First is the Evans blue. It is a green or bluish green powder. It is odorless, very soluble in water but very slightly soluble in an alcohol. It is in the dry form, it is hygroscopic, hence it should be stored in tightly closed container. So this Evan Blue, it is used to determine the blood volume. It is available in the form of injection, Evans Blue injection. Then fluorescein sodium, it is an orange red powder. It has no odor, it has no taste. It is freely soluble in water, and stability is, it is hygroscopic, hence it should be stored in tightly closed container. The preparations are fluorescein sodium IPPP, fluorescein sodium eye drops, and fluorescein sodium injections. The uses are, it is used as a diagnostic agent in ophthalmic practices and for diagnosis of circulatory disorder, and also for visualization of the gallbladder and bile ducts. Means they are used for examination of gallbladder and bile ducts, and mainly it is used as in ophthalmic practices. Next is Congo red. It is a reddish brown powder. It is soluble in water, practically insoluble in chloroform and ether. It should be stored in well closed tight container and protected from light. So it is used to detect the deposition of tissue and liver. It is used to detect deposition of tissue of liver and kidney. The preparation is Congo red injection. Xylose, it is a white powder with sweet taste. It is soluble in water and it is given orally for testing the absorbing capacity of the gastrointestinal tract. And the last, histamine and phosphate. It is a histaminic agent that stimulates the secretory cells of gastric mucosa, and this drug is used to test secretory function of mucosa. Then pentagastrin, it is a pentapeptide, and the aqueous solution of this pentagastrin are sterilized by filtration and they are used to test gastric function. So we have covered this topic, diagnostic agent. So thank you.